One of the most disheartening things that I heard when I first started my real estate investing business was the idea that I had to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars per month sending out marketing to get leads. I was told I had to do ringless voicemail, text marketing, cold calling, direct mail, some form of marketing that would allow me to get leads coming into the business. They told me I had to spend uh, weeks or months setting up technology for complicated marketing strategies that included list buying, scrubbing the lists, setting up a CRM or some kind of system to be able to get all those messages going out. And what it felt for me, it felt like spamming people. And so I was like, I do not want to do that. And good on you if you got all that stuff set up and it's working for you. But for the majority of women entrepreneurs who are getting into that industry that I talk to, that is one of the biggest challenges is that they either don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars to spend each month, or they're challenged with technology, and so doing some of those strategies feels completely overwhelming, and they get into the process of it and then they sort of burn out before they even get started, before the leads even start coming in. They're like, this is really hard, and I don't want to do it. Yeah. Is this you? If this is you, this video is for you today. See, here's the thing. People make millions teaching and executing complicated marketing strategies. We are taught that it has to be hard, but let me tell you why I disagree with this. Because it produces cold leads. It's expensive. It takes a long time to work. It takes an average of like 8 marketing touches for someone to reach back out to you. And these are cold leads. And so cold leads convert at just about a 1% rate. And so that means you have to actually talk to about 100 people in order to get one deal if you're going through some of these marketing strategies. And I know that there are lots of people who have made a lot of money doing these strategies themselves, who are naturally inclined for technology, or they're more comfortable getting into these strategies, and I just don't think it's for everyone. And so what I want to encourage, this is what I encourage my students to do, because this is what worked for me, is instead of spending hundreds or thousands of dollars and weeks or months of work setting up these complicated systems, what I encourage people to do instead is what worked for me, which is to spend time developing meaningful relationships in a one-on-one capacity with an intentional, proactive networking and referrals process. Because referrals convert at a 50% higher rate than any other kind of lead. In my first 30 days in my business, I got 3 deals under contract. In my first 6 months, I had 10 deals under contract, implementing this strategy of just referrals and networking. And for me, it's more in my strengths, it's more rewarding, it's more fun, and I didn't procrastinate or get burnt out on it the way that I did when I was trying to like wrap my brain around other more complicated lead generation activities. And so when you start doing the meaningful relationship development, this is what's cool. This is what you can expect. You get to meet with serious leads only. If someone is referred to you, it's because they need your help. They want your help. So if someone refers you and then that person reaches out, then they're reaching out saying, I've heard you're the one to work with. Please, please help me. And that is a very, very different approach than sending out cold messages to people who may need your help, but they may not want your help, or they're just not ready yet. Right. And so if you are spending your time chasing down people who are that are just not ready yet, or are just tire kickers. They're like, well, sure, I'll take a look at an offer. And they're just like, whatever, but it's not really urgent for them right now. then we're wasting time, right? But so if we are able to just meet with serious leads only, not tire kickers, then we get to stop chasing down people who don't want to talk to us. The cool thing is that you can actually 50x your results. You can have 50 times better results by working with people who do want to talk to you. And the result of that is that you start making money. You start making money. You're not waiting on the right person to get the right message at the right time in order to be able to help someone. And so what this looks like, fast forward, when I started implementing a referrals and networking process, and I'm not just talking about hoping that someone connects with you, I'm talking about intentional, proactive process, right? Then, 9 weeks later, from the time I started implementing this, 9 weeks later, I got to quit my day job because I had over $400,000 in profit and equity and properties in the pipeline. I was able to, and that was just after 9 weeks. Okay. And within 6 months, I had actually created that $400,000 of profit in my business and created equity and properties that I was able to start holding on to as long term rentals. My net worth increased dramatically. I was able to 4 times my retirement in just 1 year. And fast forward to today, we're able to take vacations. We were able to upgrade our lifestyle. We were able to purchase a home in Colorado where we really wanted to live. And so the result of not doing what everybody else said you had to do, for me, was a complete life-changing experience, doing the thing that I wanted to do instead of what everybody else was saying. And so for me, I always look for what's the strategy that I can do that is going to be more in my strengths, which, if even if you're an introvert, one-to-one relationship building is going to be more in your strengths typically than trying to learn a bunch of new technology and spending thousands of dollars on marketing strategies that you're just kind of throwing spaghetti against the wall, right? And so, even if you want to pursue other marketing strategies, if you do not have an intentional, proactive networking and referrals process in place, then you are absolutely missing out on what could give you some quick wins in your business. If you get referrals coming in and those referrals are going to convert at a much faster rate than your cold leads will, then you can use that cash flow from those first few deals to be able to fund your paid marketing that you're doing. And so I'm not saying you can't do the others and be successful, but if you want to get fast results in your business, then and you're not doing a referrals and networking process like I'm talking about, then that means that you're just going to be shelling dollars out to pay for marketing it'll likely work over time. But I want you to get quick wins so that you have cash flow coming into your business and you're able to put more money into systems that and maybe get help running those other things that are more complicated or take more time, but that over time can also produce results. So I want to challenge you. If this is you, if you feel like you've been struggling through the technology, you've been spending a lot of money on marketing, just trying to figure out what works for you, that you take a few minutes and consider a different approach that might be exactly what you're looking for. And I'm going to share more about how that process works. I have a new masterclass coming up, and I'd love for you to join me. If you want a spot in my upcoming masterclass, just go to jointhemasterclass.com so that you can save your place in line to be able to grab a ticket for that. All right, go to jointhemasterclass.com. And I look forward to sharing some new strategies with you. And we're also going to talk about some of the other mistakes that I see entrepreneurs making. So if this one hit home for you, then I want to encourage you. I'm going to share a few other things that will probably also hit you right in the spot where it's like, girl, that is exactly what I needed to hear. All right, we'll see you in the masterclass. Jointhemasterclass.com.